Millions of people are waiting for answers on Social Security. Are we going to see a boost to Social Security more than the 2.5% cost of living adjustment? Are we going to see more people get enhanced benefits, just like when President Biden signed the Social Security Fairness Act just this past week? Many people are questioning what is fair about giving 2.8 million people a $300 increase when there's still 70 million people that are waiting for additional benefits because they are struggling to get by with the minimum that they're getting. Well, we're going to discuss that today. We're going to talk about what President-elect Donald Trump wants to do and what this means moving forward. But before I get there, all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now, let's begin. So yes, millions of people are now questioning the intent behind this bill right here, the Social Security Fairness Act. It was signed into law by President Biden just this past week, and it's going to enhance benefits for millions of people. I want to read a little bit of this article to you. Look at this right here. It says, Americans who have worked hard all their life to make an honest living should be able to retire with economic security and dignity. That's what President Biden told people at the White House. Then he signed the bill, which is going to give an average monthly increase of $360 to 2.5 million Social Security recipients. Okay. Now, the reason for this is actually because of this right here. Okay. There's two federal policies that this is going to eliminate. It says the Social Security Fairness Act eliminates two federal policies that barred employees with a public pension from collecting their full benefits under the federal retirement program, and that reduced benefits for those workers, surviving spouses, and family members. Okay, so that eliminated those two policies. And many people said this was long overdue. But now, the big question is, what is long overdue about the entire program? Right? Is the cost of living adjustment, is that calculated correctly? Many people say no, absolutely not. But why didn't they address that? Well, because the Social Security Fairness Act, this is only going to increase benefits, and this is going to put the Social Security Trust in a deeper deficit. It's going to be in a deficit about $20 billion additionally every single year. Total for 10 years is $196 billion. That's the deficit. Right now, Social Security has an insolvency problem. They have until 2034. So technically it was supposed to be 2034, but it could actually increase to 2033 or 2032 before they run out of money, which means only the money coming in through Social Security, through taxation, only that money will be paid out. The problem there is that means beneficiaries won't get 100% of their benefits. They'll get about 78%. That's as of today. Okay? This is why many people are asking for changes. We have to have some type of Social Security reform. This needs to be a massive bill, and it needs to happen immediately. Because experts say that for every year we push off fixing Social Security, this is going to cause greater impacts and potentially bigger cuts in the future. Well, I want to read you something. This right here. This is an article from Motley Fool. It says President-elect Donald Trump has a plan to address Social Security's looming insolvency. Will it work? Well, let's talk about it. It says right here in the key points, Social Security could face benefit cuts in 2035 if the government doesn't find a way to increase the program's funding. Trump has proposed increasing oil and gas leasing as a way to tackle Social Security's shortfall, but this wouldn't be enough on its own. It's possible that workers could face higher taxes in the future. Now, what does this mean? Well, Donald Trump has proposed increasing oil and gas leasing. President Biden recently made it more difficult for President Trump, or President-elect Donald Trump, to do leases in like the Gulf, right? And off the East Coast, right? President Biden just made it more difficult. Now, do we need those? No. Technically, there's more, there. Okay, but President Biden made it more difficult. Now, here's the big question. And this is something that many people have brought up over the past couple years. Because keep in mind that Democrats had full control. They had full control. They had the presidency, they had the House of Representatives, and they had the Senate. And they didn't pass anything for Social Security either. Okay? They didn't do that the first 2 years of President Biden's term. And many people questioned why. Well, they couldn't do anything for Social Security because they didn't know what to do. They couldn't go after, take money from oil and gas leasing because President Biden was trying to go more, EV, right? Go electric, right? Want to be, try to conserve the environment, okay? He couldn't do more for Social Security because he couldn't increase taxes because he made a promise, okay, when he was campaigning that he would not raise taxes for anybody make less than $400,000 per year, okay? That was what he promised. Well, he kind of did it. There were tax increases because obviously with inflation, we see increases to things all over. But anyway, that's for the video. Here's the problem. When President Biden said he would not raise taxes for anybody making less than $400,000 per year, the problem was Congress couldn't pass bills if it meant even the slightest. He said he wouldn't raise taxes by even a penny. So Congress couldn't do anything to increase taxes for people making less than $400,000 per year. But what about those making more? They tried. Here's the problem. They felt that you're going after the wealthy, okay? You're going after certain groups of people. And the precedent behind that didn't look good. So they didn't pass anything. And they didn't get enough support. That's a big issue. Now things could be different because now Republicans have the full power. They have the presidency. They have the House of Representatives by a slim margin, I mean very, very slim. And they have the Senate. Again, slim margins there. They don't have 60 votes in the Senate, but President Trump said, and even Speaker Mike Johnson said, that the Trump administration is going to pass a bill. They are going to use something called the reconciliation process, meaning they don't need Democrats' help. They can pass these bills as long as every single Republican votes in favor of them. We'll see if that happens. But the big news right now is that Donald Trump does have a plan. He is trying to find ways to increase taxes without actually increasing taxes. Crazy, right? If he can increase tax revenue by increasing oil and gas leasing, right, there's another option. Now keep in mind, just like this article says right here, but this wouldn't be enough on its own. That's what we've been hearing for many years, is that just increasing tax revenue and putting more money into the Social Security Trust Fund, that's great, but it's not going to be enough. There still has to be some type of a cut. So, where does that take us? Well, some people have said we just need to increase the full retirement age to age from 67 up to age 68 or 69. Donald Trump and Speaker Mike Johnson both said they do not have their eyes on doing anything like that. They're not going to raise the full retirement age. They're just not going to do it at this time. So, here's what you need to know. There are options on the table. A lot of the options are not the best. There's going to be multiple plans that have to be in place that go together in order to ensure Social Security remains solvent past 2034. As of right now, I don't know how much support anyone's going to have on passing something like this, because again, if we decrease benefits, or if we increase the full retirement age, or if we see there's an insolvency that just gets pushed back a little bit, a lot of people still question, well, is that really a benefit? And so for some lawmakers, they say it's political suicide to even touch Social Security at this time. So keep this in mind. Donald Trump's going to step into office. He will be inaugurated in 10 days. Okay? When he is, there could be a lot of discussion on Social Security, but there may be no action. Meaning, the next administration might be the one that is responsible for solving the Social Security problem. And I don't know who that may be and if they're even capable of solving this problem. So, we'll see what happens moving forward. But that is what we know as of today. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.